Dippity. Come on.
Hey y'all, it is me, Tay Marquise. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you for being a friend. Oh, yeah. Today is Sunday, which means it's my day off from work. And you're probably wondering, Tay, what is work? I am going on tour with Mean Girls the Musical, and we've been in rehearsals this past week. And it's been a pretty fun experience, but what's made it the craziest thing ever is we're being put in the show. So it's like me and 5 other people who are new to the show or switching roles, and we don't have the rest of the cast. So it's kind of interesting to have to imagine people in spaces on the stage and basically figuring it all out and learning the whole show without everybody being there. Because if you grow up performing, you're used to having everyone from the jump. With Broadway and tours, new people join all the time. So it's an interesting process to learn because you might have to do it at some point in your life. And this is my time to do it. Right now, I'm on my way to get some food from one of these local food spots. We're rehearsing in New Jersey, so that's pretty fun. I get to step out of the city, which is cool because I feel like Jersey is the equilibrium between New York and Florida, because you get to experience the nature and the greenery while also being close to the city. I'm trying to go to this place called, I think it's Pablo's Chicken, King of the Wings, and these wings better be good because I'm gonna get some. Yesterday I waited too late to decide I wanted to get some food, and they was closed, and I was sad. They got good music. I don't know if anybody's here.
So when you're looking for a business you can trust,
I think I want to get the hot wings. It's 12 wings for $20. Jesus, it's just chicken, y'all. This is what I get for starting back eating it. I'm gonna quit again. Y'all, I messed up already. So I thought this side meant it was only for the boneless wings, and this side was for the freaking regular wings. No, this just is hot and sweet. I got hot honey garlic, and I think I got Korean barbecue, but now I want to change it to like regular barbecue. Oh, he done left. You know, when a place served like spaghetti, chicken wings, other types of pasta, freaking empanadas, a bunch of stuff, I start to get worried. But most times I'm intrigued because they got versatility. I believe in versatility, but sometimes that can also be a trap. So y'all, I'm gonna try this place on the video. I'm gonna try the food on the video so y'all can see. You too loud. I wanna change my sauce though. Ugh. Wish me luck. I did it. Okay, y'all, I got it in like 0.5 seconds, which is usually good. I'm just hoping it's good and it's done. I don't know why I'm having doubts. It's just trying a new place. I don't know. He the only one working, so kudos to him. I don't know if he's the owner. I should have talked to him more, but there was kind of a language barrier, so I'll definitely go back if the food is good. But I got garlic parmesan wings and then regular barbecue wings. And it comes with, I think, celery and carrots and blue cheese, which I'm not eating no blue cheese. I'm not eating no cheese, and I'm not eating nothing that's blue. Thank you. I had to kill 2 birds with 1 stone today because since we have another week of rehearsal, that means I'm going to need to wash my rehearsal clothes because I don't really have that many like dance clothes and shorts and pants, whatever. So I went to the gym, and the laundry room is also a part of the gym. So I threw my laundry in, I worked out, and then it just worked out perfectly. They only have 1 washer and 1 dryer in the whole hotel. Always, it's so mind-boggling because I'm like, y'all, especially if y'all know y'all got large groups coming. Where are the washers and dryers? But it all worked out. Don't look like nobody doing no laundry. And it's only $1.50 to wash, and it's $1 to dry. You know, whoever made it legal and is consistently perpetuating the idea that because you have a card and you're paying with card, that you should charge extra, trust you will be dealt with. And soon. I got it. Let's try it. I'm just kidding. I got an oatmeal cookie, a little soft cookie from downstairs. Just for a little dessert, because you know, like, wow. Hold up. They're tiny, first of all. It looks like a lot, but it is. Oh, it smells so good. So I think this is the hot honey garlic, and this is the barbecue. It smells good. Wings are tiny. 0 out of 10 for size. But let's just try the barbecue. They're good, but why are they so small? This is how big the wing is. Smaller than my finger. Barbecue's good. Celery's old. I don't even eat celery, so. Hot honey garlic. Woo! I give it like a 8.5 out of 10. It don't really taste hot. I taste the honey and the garlic. That's it, guys. I got some hot sauce though. See if that add a little razzle dazzle, but not too much because I don't want to hate the wings. Overall, it's good. They're this tiny, but it's good. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 12. I'm about to eat this. I'm gonna watch some House Hunters per usual, and I'll see you soon. Okay, y'all, this is the aftermath. The celery gone, the wings gone. They was tiny, but they just buzz a little with so much power. I just wish it wasn't $20. $20 for 12 wings. I was like, okay, that's kind of crazy, but I'm still getting them. Then it's 12 small wings. It was real good though. It was good, y'all. It was good. I don't know what to do. I don't think I can complain. I don't think I can. And then I've never had this. It's so many calories. I don't count calories, but sometimes I just be looking like maybe I should. It's a soft baked cookie, grandma's cookie, oatmeal raisin. And for you people who hate oatmeal raisin, who asked? God, you just know. You just know what I need when I need it. This might be one of the best cookies I've ever had. Wow. For some reason, I convinced myself I needed to eat the celery, so I ate all the celery. Yeah, I don't like celery. I don't like that crunchy onion, celery type feel. I don't know why. That's like one of my icks, but I ate it. Put a little of that sauce from the wings on it. It was good. I didn't really have anything planned for the vlog today, but then I was like, I could tell a story about how I hit my head and the reason why I had to get staples. So I talked about me getting staples in my head in the last video, but I didn't really go into depth into like the whole timeline. And I have to say, I think it's very on brand to do this story time after I just ate wings, because wings are the last thing I had before I passed out. So we're gonna get into the story of how I passed out and how I had to get staples in my head. Yes. So there I was on a fine summer night working at Norwegian Creative Studios in Brandon, Florida. I was doing a contract, a new workshop for a new show that's going on a new ship, all things new. And I was having the time of my life. It was a month-long workshop. I got to meet new friends. I got to reunite with other friends. I got to connect with people further that I had kind of known before. All the good things. Fantastic show, fantastic music, fantastic dancing. Towards the end of the contract, the second to last day, I started to feel kind of weird. Nothing really in my throat, because that's usually where I feel it when I'm about to get sick. But I just kind of felt weird. My body started to feel weak. And usually when that happens, I know I'm about to get sick. So the last day of the show, mind you, we have been running this show mostly, I'll say that whole week per se, because it was only like 58 minutes long or whatever. They wanted to keep it under an hour. So we've been running that show. I was getting it. You know, it's definitely aerobic, very dance heavy. You know, we be winded after a number. But I wasn't winded in a way that I couldn't handle. It was just the last number that wore us all out. But I was doing fine. Every performance, I could go 100. I can give my all, do my thing, you know, do the facial expressions, do the whole nine. So then I was like, what's going on? And on the very last day, we had our performance in front of the producers and people from the creative team. And we also got to invite family and friends. And I felt terrible. I felt weak. I knew I was sick because I think I had not the chills, but I was extremely cold. And when it comes to like being indoors or in spaces, I'm usually not super hot or super cold. I'm usually okay with whatever the temperature is. Like I can adjust. I'm superhuman. Maybe I'm superhuman. I don't know. But that day, I was not. I was super weak. And that whole performance, like my throat was dry. I felt winded, like I couldn't really breathe. And I just did not know what was going on. Like it was killing me. I was like, today might be the day that I go out. And I did the whole performance fine, but I was so worried that I was going to pass out or something like that. Mind you, I've never passed out before, but we'll get into passing out in a few seconds. And yeah, I did the performance. Of course, that day was the day they filmed for the archives, and I just felt terrible. So because it was a contract and a workshop and it was paid, they flew us in, they housed us at a hotel, and then we were scheduled to leave back to our designated points of origin by flight as well. Because I was in Brandon, Florida, and I was like 45 to an hour from home, I just went home to spend like the last day or two with my family, and then we were just gonna drive up to Tampa Airport and leave that way versus me just staying at the hotel and then leaving directly from there when I could just go home real quick. And I needed to exchange some clothes because I had known about Mean Girls and I wanted to get more tour appropriate clothes / stuff to wear in the city because I went back to New York for a month before coming here to rehearse for Mean Girls. So I went home, I was packing, and I knew something was weird, but I didn't really know that something was weird because as I was packing, I just felt tired and I just kept laying down on the suitcase, taking like 5-minute naps, 10-minute naps, or whatever. And my mom was like, all right, you ain't gonna finish packing or you ain't gonna finish And I was like, I'm just resting my eyes. Like, I'm just a little tired. I just need to go to sleep. So kept doing it, laying down for a little bit. Then I wake up, pack some more clothes. Then I wake up and pack some more clothes. And that night I felt, I would say, normal in terms of what I had already been feeling. I was still feeling sick, like I had a lot of phlegm and stuff like that, and I couldn't really sing. So that night I took a shower, I went to bed. Mind you, I went to bed at like 1 or 2 o'clock, and we had to get up at like 4 4 o'clock, I think. I didn't get any sleep, essentially. So I woke up and I was feeling extremely dizzy. My mom was still in bed because she was just gonna wear her PJs to the airport. She didn't really need to pack anything or get anything ready. So I'm like just walking through her room, trying to get to the bathroom so I can brush my teeth and wash my face. And I felt woozy before when I wake up, but that's usually just because I'm really tired that day. But this was crazy. Like, I couldn't even see. I was like, ugh. And then I was trying to brush my teeth and I was like leaning over the sink and I was trying to brush my teeth. And I remember I finished brushing my teeth and then I woke up like this. And I was on the floor and I was like, I know I would like lay on the floor because I would do that in the living room, which is carpeted, but I was like, I would not lay on the bathroom floor. So I woke up, went inside of her bed and I was just chilling. And then I like to finagle with my hair, like mess with my hair or whatever. So I touched the back of my head and then I looked at my hand and I was like, why is there blood on my hand? And I was like, Mom, I think I fell. She was like, what do you mean you fell? I was like, well, it's blood on my hands. My head is bleeding, so I think I fell. And she was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. She started panicking a little bit. And then we went and looked in the bathroom and there was a little blood spot on the ground. But mind you, this whole time, there's no pain. Like, my head doesn't hurt at all. There's no pain. But it was kind of leaking or whatever. And she was like, we're not going to the airport. We're going to the hospital. We're going to the hospital. So we put the suitcases in the car just in case all was well and they was going to send me off that day, like if it wasn't that serious. But we ended up going to the hospital. We got there and we told them while we were there. They were like, okay, just sit here, and they'll call you back. Y'all, the back of my head is open. Good thing I wasn't in pain because I'm just like, okay. So we just sitting 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, about 40 minutes, whatever. Then they come and then they take blood. I get weighed, all that kind of stuff. And then we go sit again. Whole time, my head is still open. He said, and then they're like, so what happened? Da, da, da. And I told them what happened. And then when the tests come back, they're like, it's in result of dehydration and low blood pressure. Because going back to the sickness, I didn't have that much of an appetite to eat. So I was eating like half or less of what I would eat normally in terms of like amount. And I remember the day of our last performance, I had leftover fish and rice from, where do we go? Not Longhorn. It was Texas Roadhouse. My salmon and rice was from Texas Roadhouse. I remember it now because we had the rolls with the cinnamon butter. So I ate a little bit of that at the restaurant the day before because I didn't feel terrible that day. And then the next day, I felt terrible. So I could only eat like the salmon and a little bit of the rice. Then I had to just throw it away because I couldn't eat anymore. But I thought I was drinking enough because I always have water. Always have water. Clearly it wasn't enough. So after that performance, I went back to my room, whatever, packed up so that I can go home. And then fast forward back to where we were. When we were in the hospital, they were like, yeah, low blood pressure and dehydration. I was like, dehydration? Maybe low blood pressure, but I don't know about the dehydration. I didn't say that. That's what I was thinking though. And then he said I have to get staples because I guess it wasn't that big of a wound. And y'all, when I tell you, okay, so my mom's shower, you have to like step into it because it's a little bit off the ground. And I fell right in front of like the step. So if I would have hit that edge, it could have been a whole different issue. So I thank the Lord that I just fell on the ground. And I think also it's probably because I didn't fall like straight back. I was like leaning on the sink and probably just like slid down. So I'm grateful for that too. I'm grateful that I was trying to brush my teeth because if I was just trying to have a stank mouth, I probably would have just been on the floor. And I'm grateful that I passed out before I went to the airport because that would have been a whole other crazy situation. So they have to run more tests. They want to do scans of my head. And then I guess the doctor, he was checking my heart. He was like, it has some thicker tissue than normal because I'm just superhuman, like I said. I'm just kidding. So yeah, he said he wanted to look at that. They did me, I think it's a ethnogram, a cardiogram, some type of gram. And it took a while for them to do that. And they said they wanted me to get my heart checked, but I had to leave soon. So I was like, that's gonna have to wait. He didn't say it was anything serious. He said the heart was fine. And then he said he wanted me to get checked by a cardiologist. So I was like, which is it? So I'm gonna do that when I get back home because we get a month layoff from tour very soon. But I got that. And then when it was time to get the staples, he had like a staple gun. And y'all, I was trying to remember if the last time I fell and hit my head, the staples hurt. I don't remember them hurting. I would have remembered that pain because when he did it this time, it hurt so bad. Y'all, worst pain I ever felt in my life, no exaggeration. I didn't even cry, but it hurt so bad that I wanted to, but I couldn't. I think I was more annoyed with the fact that I had to deal with this stuff versus being sad. But it really did hurt. Like, it hurt really bad. And I was like, is a tear gonna come? It didn't. He was like, you can punch me if you want. Now you crack a joke, and I'm gonna punch you for real. Yeah, I should have punched him. But anyway, I did the staples. So he did one. It was like, it hurt a little bit. Another one, it hurt. And then another one. That third one, I was like, ugh! That's the sound I made. I remember it. And it's like in the center of the back of my head. So I don't know if that's a pain point or whatever, but it hurt. And he was like, oh, I think I need to do one more. And I said, God, I'm not your strongest soldier. And that fourth one took me. And there I was, angry with the world. I wanted to end it all, but not end me. I wanted to end the world around me because it hurt so bad. So then he was like, okay, with the staples, it'll take about 7 to 10 days to heal. Well, he said 7 days. And then once I got ready to get checked out of the hospital, they said 10 days. So I ended up staying in Florida for an additional 2 weeks. Mind you, I was supposed to have been back in New York City May 26th. That ended up getting pushed back to like, what, June 6th? But it's because I didn't want to go to New York and then get my staples removed in New York. Because New York, everything just feels so weird. So I was like, I'll just get it done by the people who put it in there in the first place. So y'all could be held accountable. Then after the staples, I had to go wait some more. I don't know exactly what I was waiting for. Oh, I think we had to fill out paperwork and we had to do payment stuff, whatever. So that took longer than it probably took for us to get seen in the first place. And that was just unnecessary, which is why we hate going to the hospital. Yeah, I got the staples. I was just chilling at home, really chilling. And I was sleeping, eating good, of course, because my mom was taking good care of me. She's the best mom ever. And I couldn't, what was funny was I couldn't lay directly back on my head. One, because I just felt the pressure of it. And two, because I didn't want anything to happen with the wound or whatever. So when I rode in the car, I was always like this or like this. And I slept like that, or I just slept on my stomach. Oh, I had to clean the wound, but I wasn't supposed to get it wet at first, for the first few whatever. And then when I got the staples out, like 10 days later or whatever, I had to clean it consistently, but I was so scared to clean it because I didn't want to hurt it or anything. But I think it healed. I haven't seen the scar. When I touch it, it feels a lot bigger than it looks on pictures. So that's just annoying. But I have this scar also. I have this scar on my arm from when I fell through a glass table when I was 1. I'm just a survivor. And the fact that this is my second time getting staples in my head is crazy. Once wasn't enough? I don't know. So I was cleaning it while I was in New York City. And before I came to New York, I tried to start making videos again because I was making videos every single day. And then once the injury happened, I stopped just so that I could rest and not worry about any social media stuff. None of that. I wasn't even worried about my phone. Like I would just leave it on my mom's windowsill and we was just watching movies, watching TV, whatever. I was just living my luxurious, peaceful life. And I tried to make a video, I think the day before I left or a couple days before I left. I started trying to get back into it, and I tried to make a dance video and I was so exhausted. Mind you, I'm still sick, so it just wasn't a good combo. And I was also praying that I didn't get my mom sick, which thank the Lord she didn't get sick. Because I was sleeping in her room. When I leave the house, my sister likes to sleep in my room, and I let her sleep in there, enjoy it, whatever. I don't want to kick her out. It's not that serious. I was only supposed to be there for one night only, but that turned into many, many, many nights. And I'm just so grateful that I had her there. She was just getting me all my needs and taking good care of her son. Because like she says, we're always going to be her babies. So what kind of scared me was the fact that I knew I had to go on tour. Not had to, but I booked the tour. So that means I was supposed to go on tour. And if I can't breathe, I can't do the tour. Especially Mean Girls, knowing what I know about the show now that I've been doing it and rehearsing. It would have been impossible if I couldn't breathe. So I was like, God, please don't let this be my fate. And I just think it was because I was sick too that was like ruining it. My head never hurt when I hit the ground. It didn't hurt after I got the staples. It didn't hurt. It never hurt. The only thing that hurt was getting the staples in my head, but my head never hurt. So I was like, it has nothing to do with my head, because even after hitting my head, I wasn't dizzy or anything, but I was still sick. I was dealing with that, and like, I don't even get sick. And I'm like, what are the odds that I get sick on the last performance and right before it's time for me to go back to New York City? Like, just too much happening. And you kind of question, like, what was the actual point? But I think one thing that I learned is that I'm stronger than I think, and I have a higher pain tolerance, which is not necessarily something that should be acted upon. We don't need to be testing that out. Once that kind of calmed down, I kind of healed, I went back to the city with the staples out of my head, and I started taking like classes and trying to get back into the groove of things, because in New York, I didn't get sick in New York. I just get up, go get my food, go see shows, go to classes, go to the gym. Like I'm just constantly like fueling myself, burning energy, just refueling, because I was always on the go. So I'm always like stopping to get stuff. Whereas Florida is a little bit more slow. And yeah, it just was different. I think it caught up that day, I guess. I was worried, but I ended up getting back into my groove. And here I am, guys. Hopefully you learned a life lesson or two from that. You will always prevail if you have the strength and the will and the fight to do so. But that's how I hit my head for the second time and got staples. Lord, let it be the last time, please. I can't bear it anymore. Y'all, you would have never known. You would have never known that I just go through so much random crazy stuff. But here I am, I'm about to go on tour still. All is well. I can dance hard. I can sing. We're back and better. Back to the money. And to that I say, thank you for watching. Come again. And bye.